Good evening, baseball fans. This is Tenacious Earl with another TBL version 2.0 game. It's going to be the Pirates and the Athletics tonight, the third game of this series. So Pirates and the Athletics are both 5-3. They've split the first two games, so they're looking to see who will emerge with the better record going into the fourth series of the season for both these teams. So again, 54 games for all 10 teams in this league. Tonight, Jeff Locke for the Pirates and Eric Surkamp for the Athletics will be on the mound. I'm going to try and be a little more expeditious with this. So have gotten feedback about the length of the videos, and while I'm not really going to make it a huge point of emphasis, it looks like it does so far, Derek, unless it doesn't. Not going to make it not going to make a huge deal out of it. But that being said, I think that taking a little less time is probably good all around. So we'll try to do that here. Hi, Manny. 1-9 for singles, because it's good conditions here at Oakland Coliseum. Day game, so 1-9 on singles, 1-5 on home runs, both sides of the plate. Pretty symmetrical park. So it'll be, again, Surkamp on the mound. And I wanted to have the I had it right there in front of me and I didn't look at it. Surkamp 0-1, 8.31 ERA. Jeff Locke 0-1, 3.60 ERA. So we'll see who emerges victorious. According to records and such, you would think that the Pirates would have the edge, but you just never know. So I'm going to zoom this out just a little more. Yeah, I saw that, Manny. I was dead set sure that was going to be the case. So for the Pirates today, let's see, kind of a right-handed lineup. Both of these pitchers are lefties, so it's going to be Josh Harrison at second, Sean Rodriguez in right, Starling Marte in left, Andrew McCutchen center field. First baseman will be David Freese, batting fifth. Jung Ho Gong at third base will bat sixth. Cervelli catching, Mercer at short, and Locke, the pitcher, will round out the order. And so, again, boy, I'll find a way to get this. There we go. We'll just have to go with that. So Harrison against the lefty. Everybody's going to be lefty here to start. Hi, Ken. Welcome. And so Josh Harrison is going to immediately get off the bat here with what looks like could be a very well could be a triple. And it is. So three-bagger right off the bat. And Surkamp already in some trouble here. Sean Rodriguez, runner at third. Nobody out. They're going to play back. I'll let the run come in. 6-8, and that is a walk for Rodriguez. So first and third. Again, they'll play back, looking for double play. Marte. 2 on the D20 means we look at potential balk. Surkamp did not balk in this. So 4-8 against a righty. And that's a single, and it's going to score a run. So in comes Harrison. 1-0 Pirates already. Rodriguez will move up to third. Hi, Al. So McCutchen. First and third. Again, they're going to play back. They really want to try and get this double play against a right-hander. Fly ball to center field. That'll be deep enough for a sac fly as Rodriguez comes in to score, and that'll be 2-0. RBI for McCutchen. Marte will have to hold at first. David Freese with 2 outs. With 2 outs and a -2, Fegley 0. So -2. Marte in 19. He's going to try to get a good lead here. It's an 8. So he does not. And they're holding him on, so 15 -2 -4 is a 1-9 chance. You know what? With Freese at the plate, he's going to give it a shot here and even try to get this pace. 1-9, and he's caught stealing by a wide margin. That will end the inning. Freese bats from the right side, so 2-4. All right, so 2 runs across for the Pirates on... Or wait, there was only 1 out. Never mind. So base is clear for Freeze. I thought there were 2 outs, but that was only the first. Now the second. So 2 outs, it will be Freeze at the plate. And against a righty, 6-4, and he draws a walk, so they didn't really... Steal wasn't necessary, potentially. Kong. Freeze at first. And a 3-8. 1-2 would be a single. And it's a 4. That will be a ground ball to first. And that will be the end of the inning. 2 runs across. 1 left. Okay, so for the Athletics, with the lefty on the mound for Locke for Pittsburgh, they're going to have, again, they're going to have guys like Josh Reddick sit. Also Yonder Alonso. It'll be Billy Burns in right field leading off. They moved Valencia down. Coco Crisp in center. Danny Valencia at third. Chris Davis in left. Marcus Semien short. Billy Butler at first. Tyler Ladendorf for Jed Lowry at second base. Lowry's injured. Fegley catching and Surkamp on the mound. And it'll be the lefty Locke against Billy Burns. Batting from the right side, 6'10". That's a ground ball to third base, X. And third baseman is Gong, 4E34. 4 and 8 will be a single. Wait, hold on. 4 and 8. Wrong card. No, that'll be a ground ball. And then 8 on the E34. No error. That'll be the first out. Hi, Beatles. Coco Crisp. And that's going to be a single, potentially a double there. 1-12 double. But it's going to be a single for Crisp. So with 1 out, a 0 hold for Locke, and Cervelli's a +1. Oakland's going to try to get a lead here with Crisp, and he does. So 15 and a +1, and then -2. 1-14 chance for Crisp to steal second, and he is successful in stealing. So that brings up Valencia with a runner at second. Against a righty, 5-5. Ground ball to short. That'll be Mercer, 3E10. They were having to hold Crisp at second with a righty at the plate, so it'll be the second baseman, not shortstop, who would be responsible for Crisp. So it'll be 3E10 for Mercer. And 3 and a 9 is going to be a G3, so the runner will advance. And 15 with the E10. And the play was made over to first. But the only play was at first. So 2 down, Chris Davis. I believe G3 is everybody advances. Runner at second, right. Let's decide. Well, they're taking the runner in, or they're taking the batter. So runner at third, 2 outs. Chris Davis. 2 on the D20. This is where it could hurt because it's a balk. Jeff Locke doesn't have a balk rating. So re-roll against a righty, 4-6. Ground ball to second. That is going to be Josh Harrison, 2E10. And he will make the play. Let's check the E10. Oh, yeah. That'll end the inning. So they could have thrown for Crisp advancing to third, but they didn't, and didn't hurt them. Top of the second. 2-0 Pirates. Cervelli. And he's going to draw a walk. And that's going to bring up Jordy Mercer. Mercer will swing away here, even with, especially with 3-7. And another walk for Surkamp. So two free passes here. And it's going to bring up Locke, who is an A bunter. He'll move to B because they're going to play infield in. And it is a 6. So that should be defense, I mean. So they can decide to go after Cervelli at third and already down 2-0. I think they're going to. They'd like to try and get the lead runner here. Cervelli's 11. It's the first baseman. Now he's a 5. Ooh boy. So it's going to be 1-12. I think they're still going to try for him. 1-12 because it's 5 for his defensive range and -4. So you add 1-12, and he is safe. So that's going to be a sack fielder's choice. And it's bases loaded, nobody out. So not a good choice there by Billy Butler. It's going to be Josh Harrison at the plate, bases loaded. They're going to play the infield in here. And it's a 2-4. And that's a ground ball to third base A with the infield in, bases loaded. That's going to be a double play ball. 2-4. Ground ball. So it's going to be a 5-2-3. Mercer moves to third, Locke to second, and so that's two quick outs there now. So just like that, they might get out of this inning unscathed. We'll see. Sean Rodriguez. They'd like to get Rodriguez out here. Against a righty, 5-10. Ground ball to short. That's going to be Marcus Semien. Runner at second won't have to be held because there's a runner in front of him. That is 3E22. Oh, and it's a 2. They're going to get dinged on that one. Just when you think it was safe, that's a single. 2-base advance. 2 runs are going to come in. And then the 12 on E22. Not an error. But that will be a single, and 2 more runs will score. 4-0 Pirates, and Surkamp is already in big trouble. They won't hold Rodriguez on. It's going to be Starling Marte. And a 3-7 strikes out. So, again, I got some feedback about my games being a little on the long side, so I am going to try and be mindful of that as best I can. Unfortunately, strategy decisions take time, and I really don't want to impact the games negatively by rushing. So 6-4 against a right-hander. Catcher X. Cervelli 3E4. And I believe that will be a ground ball. And the E4, he should be able to make it. And so, if you notice, I won't be, I'm not really chatting to the camera much. You're probably not going to get many answers to things from me at this point because I'm just trying to focus on the game. I might take a short period of time at the end to chat with you guys, but or check right in between. So that'll be a potential double here. 1-5 or 1-2 is going to lean. 1-2 is a double. It's going to be a single for Butler. So Leidendorf against a righty, 6-7. Ground ball to third base. He's going to get the lead runner, 5-4. Fielder's choice. Leidendorf beats it out. Fegley now. Vogt getting the rest roll here today. And a 1-5 is a walk, so runner into scoring position, but the pitcher's coming up, so they're not ready to remove Surkamp yet, even though he has not pitched very well. And a 3-9 will be a ground ball to third. He'll throw all the way across for the out. No runs, 1 hit. So, top of the third, 4-0 Pirates. And it's going to be Andrew McCutchen leading off here. Against a righty, 6-2. Ground ball back to Surkamp. 3E38. And the G1 is going to be there. It's a 7 on the E38. But not an error, so he makes the play for the first out. David Freese. Against a righty, 6-8, it's a walk. We've hit that roll before. Freese might have hit that roll before. Gong. And against a righty, 6-6, and he's going to hit one over the head of Crisp in center. That's going to be a double, and Freese is going to hold up at third with 1 out. They're going to put the stop sign on him, and it's going to be Cervelli at the plate with 2 on, and it's just getting kind of silly here for Hi Glenn. So Cervelli for Surkamp here, 3-11, and that's a ground ball to first A, and they're playing the infield in still. So with second and third, ground ball A, infield in, batter out, runners hold. So looks him back, and that brings up Jordy Mercer. They're going to walk him to get the lock. And so bases are loaded, 2 outs, and it's going to be Jeff Locke at the plate trying to get through this inning. In a 6-5, that's going to be trouble. Well, let's see. He's a lefty, 6'5". Still trouble. He's not normal power, but it's going to be a single, 2-star for Locke, unless it's a 20, and then it's a double. So it's a single, and 2 runs are going to come in. And they've gotten 2 runs in each inning. It's 6-0. And what is it? 7 over 3. 7 runs in 3. So if they're able to score, if Harrison knocks in Mercer here, Surkamp has lost it. Yeah, he's going to need some run support for sure. Josh Harrison, first and third, 2 outs. And that's a 3-5. Oh, boy. He had that roll before. How does he get the 3-5 again? That is just merciless. 9, that's going to be a triple for Harrison. Second triple of the game. And that might just about chase Surkamp here. Everybody's going to score. 4 runs across. It's now 8-0. And the A's are going to have to start getting their bullpen warming up here. And it's going to be Andrew Triggs. So and Surkamp does not have his stuff today, so his dots become hits too. They've got to give at least 1 batter here. We're going to make that happen. It is 8-0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is a veritable stomping right now. Sean Rodriguez, 5-7 against a righty. That's a ground ball to second. Leidendorf, 2E12. Just trying to get the out, and it's leaning. It was going to look like it was going to roll to 2, which would have killed the Astros. Well, it had as a rare play, too. So it's a 2 and an 8. Ah, boy. What is this going to be? 2 and an 8 is a G2. And the rare play G2 deflects off the pitcher, makes the play to first. So, again, that was Leidendorf. So we're going to say 1-4-3, although that's so contrived. I almost don't even like it. That's going to be it. Surkamp has given up 4 runs in this inning. And top of the order for the Athletics, it is. I mean, we haven't even played 3 innings yet and 20 minutes in. I mean, I don't know how I could have played this any faster. So, Billy Burns. I guess I could quit talking. Billy Burns, that could be a triple for him on the 2-9. It is a 2, so that will be a triple. 3 triples so far in this game. Coco Crisp. And they're going to play the infield back as well. So that's a pop out to second for the first out. Valencia. .68 against a righty, and that's a walk. Brings up Chris Davis. Can Chris Davis smash one here? Well, I mean, I don't... Here, against a righty. Ground ball to second base, X. This could be a double play. Josh Harrison, 2E10. They weren't holding Valencia on. And a rare play, again. 2-17. G1 rare play. If there's a runner on first, batter hits a ground ball to the fielder who starts a double play. Runner on first breaks up the double play, but the umpire rules interference. Oh, that's just a double play ball. Screw it. That's just too much work. Give me a rare play that's fun. Like somebody taking a swing at somebody else or something. No runs. Okay. Well, we'll see. I do need to speed things up a little bit. Marte. I know that the live thing, the time probably doesn't hurt so much. Pop, that's a single, because that is a... And they can't hold out much longer. They're going to have to go to Triggs here pretty soon. That's... the only reason Marte isn't going to try to steal a bag is that they're so far ahead. McCutcheon. 2 on the D20. Again, no balk, so we re-roll. And a 3-10 ballpark single, 1-9. It's a 10, line out to short, first out. David Freese would like to get Surkamp through the 5th. This is going to be Surkamp's last game, by the way. Against a righty, 5-4, fly ball to center field. Crisp, 3E5. And a 3 and a 6. I don't know if that's going to ding them or not. And it is. That's a single. There won't be an error with a 10, but that's going to be a single. And it was 2-base advancement. So Marte will move to third, and that's going to be all for Surkamp. They tried to get him through this inning, save their bullpen as much as they can, but he is going to go and have an early shower. It's going to be Andrew Triggs. Let me see, Oakland. He's a 3, which is a 6-10. All right, so Triggs will come in here facing a bunch of right-handers, which will be helpful. They're going to play infield in here. Actually, they'll play corners in. They want to try and give themselves a chance at the shortstop and second base position to turn 2 and get out of the inning. Against a righty, 5-3, fly ball to left, X. That's going to be Davis. He is a 3E9. 3 and a 17. But the E9 is an ugly one. Let's see what happens here. Well, it's going to be an F3, which is helpful. That's shallow. And then 14 on the E9. No error, so that will force them to hold the runner at third. So 2 outs, first and third. They'll play back now. Cervelli at the plate. Against a righty, 4-6, strikes him out. And that will be it for the fourth. No runs, first 0 on the board for the Pirates. Well, the other thing is that he said it on last night's game, and it's like, so my comment was that I guess I should have told Ellsbury not to hit the home run to tie it, you know, in the ninth, because it went 11 innings. I mean, it's a heck of a time to decide to complain about the length of the game. So Semien, of course, I'm sure, oh, and that's a long ball, and it is gone. Semien touches it up there, and it's now 8-1. 8-1 Pirates. Could have used that with the runners on base, but not the way it works. Billy Butler against a righty, 6-3. A ballpark home run chance, 1-5. Can they get back-to-back homers here? Oh, wait. Billy Butler is weak against lefties, so it's 1-5 single. And it's 8, so that will be a fly ball to left for the first out. Leidendorf grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. And he's going to strike out this time. 2 outs. That's the first strikeout for Locke. 4-8 against a righty. And that's a single for Fegley. It's going to bring up Locke. Or no, bring up Triggs. Triggs, a number 1 card, and they're just going to go ahead and let him hit here. They want him to eat a couple innings. 2-8 strikes him out. Probably could have played a double switch there, but when we brought in Triggs, they get a run. 8-1. Could have done that, but still, the A's manager's trying to work out the double switch thing and all the NL rules. You know, he doesn't have to do it very often. Now I got the lawn mode, which was a good thing. So Mercer against Triggs. Got to remember he's a righty, so. And he draws a walk. Hi, Jerry. It is 8-1 Pirates, if you're just tuning in. So Locke will be putting down the bunt here. He'll be a B. B6 is defense. And it's going to be Mercer who's going to second. And so it'll be, and it's the pitcher. He's a 3, so you subtract 1. He'll be a 1-11. They're going to take, at this point, they have learned their lesson. They're going to take the sacrifice. It'll be a 1-4 put out. 1 out. Josh Harrison, 2 triples, 2 for 3. 2-7. And that's going to be a single. That would be first and third if that's a 1-18. And Harrison is 3 for 4 on the day. He is lighting her up. So they're going to play infield in here. Corners in, actually. Again, they want to try and get a double play if they can get it here. Against a righty, 6-8. Ground ball to shortstop B. That will not. Should have been playing the full infield in. That would have cut off a run, probably. Instead, that will get the runner at second. 6-4, fielder's choice, but the run will score. And it's now 9-1. They get the run back. They conceded on Semien's home run. Starling Marte now with Rodriguez. They're not going to hold him on. He's going to try to get a lead here. And he gets it. He gets the 5. So Triggs, oh boy, I should have looked at his hold. I forgot. It's -4. Fegley is 0. So Rodriguez not being held on, but it's going to be a 1-9 chance for him. And he is caught stealing. And with the righty, it'll be 2-4. That'll end the inning. But they pick up another run. 9-1. Manager will forgive the base running blunder there. Misread the signs coming from the third base coach. Billy Burns. Against, he's batting from the right side, 5-6. He's going to get on base here with a double most likely. But it's a 19, so it will be a single. That's pretty horrible. Well, he's going to try to get a lead here off of Locke, +1. So he needed a 6. He got a 7, so he won't get the good lead. They are holding him on, which means you subtract 4 and then you add 1. They're not going to have him go right now. So Crisp. That's leaning. Let's re-roll it. Well, it's a 1, so we check the wild pitch for Locke. 1-11. And so Burns will move up on the wild pitch as good as the double would have been. Coco Crisp still at the plate here. Batting from the right side, 5-9. Fly ball to right field. And Burns with the 17 speed. Let's see. You add 1. This doesn't come up very often. I'm trying to remember that rule. It's been a while. I think you add 2, which would make him a 19. Add 2 for the throw to third base. And then the right fielder's arm, which is McCutcheon, he is a 0, or no, it's Rodriguez, a 0, so it's 1-19. If it's 20, he's out, and he is going to advance there on the fly ball B. So 2 outs, Danny Valencia. 3-7, and that's a ground ball to short, and wait a second. See, I'm rushing and it's messing me up. It's rushing and it's messing me up. Well, that's only the second out. And they're playing back. Ground ball A with a runner at third is a 5 if it's hit to second. Or shortstop, batter out, runner advances. So the runner will score. And it's now 9-2. So, yeah, if you're not happy with the pace of play here, I guess I'm just not going to win you over. So I'll warn you right now, you might as well just turn it off. So, I mean, I guess you don't like watching a baseball game, which is 4 hours long. Ground ball is short. It's going to be Mercer, 3-10. Nobody on base. And the 2 on a 3 is going to be a single. So Chris Davis will get a single out of that. And it's going to be Semien, 2 outs. And that's a 1-6, and it's going to be a fly ball to center, and that is going to be it. They do get a run out of it, 9-2. No, I'm not misunderstanding you, Glenn. It's someone else. It was on the game from last night. It was an 11-inning game. It was an 11-inning game, and someone decided to say that Tabletop Earls games are like butter and mine aren't. So, you know, that's the way it goes, and, you know, best of luck to him. I hope he plays, I don't know, maybe he plays soccer, because that's the only game that takes, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. So against a righty, 5-4. Fly ball to center, that's going to be Burns. No, it's going to be Crisp. 3-E-5. Yeah, I think it's just someone being a bee in the bonnet. And the fact that the account is relatively it's going to be a single. Looks like it's relatively new and unused, makes me think that it's someone who has been around a while who just decided to start an account to start getting things riled up. So runner at first, 3-11. That's hit by a pitch. I mean, he may be subscribed to the channel, but as far as I can tell, he isn't. So first and second, it's going to be Jung Ho Kong. It's a 1-3. Ground ball to third base. 5-4-3. Runner advances to third. So 2 outs and Marte at third. Well, I mean, I don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater either. I mean, against a righty, ground ball to second. It's going to be Leidendorf 2-E-12. And he gets a 3. I think I gypped. No, I didn't. No, I was right. But the 2 and the 3 is going to be a ground ball, and then the 6th on the E12 at second base is an out. So, okay. Yeah, well, I have my suspicions. Some people just like to be jerks. It's probably me, actually, Larry. No, anyway, Jeff Locke's still out there. It's the bottom of the 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so he reached his inning of weakness, and he's gotten 2 singles, so he's going to get another 2. 1-11 again, and that's going to be a ballpark single chance, 1-9 for Butler. But it's not the Athletics' day today. Leidendorf. I mean, it was really a matter of time for them too. They're playing way above. They're punching above their weight. 6-3. Ballpark home run. But every time they've gotten a ballpark home run, it's been with a weak hitter against lefties. So, it's 1-5 will be a single. And they get the single, so that's good. For the Athletics, at least. Fegley. And that's a single. To left, Leidendorf. He's going to try to hustle in there. They're going to throw to second to make sure Fegley does not get an extra base out of that. And so it will be first to third there. And it's going to bring up the pitcher's spot. And this time they will pinch hit for Triggs. And that means going into the 7th, they will be getting, let's see. They'll get Ryan. Yeah, they'll get Zipchinski working in the bullpen. All right. And as far as the pinch hitter, be Yonder Alonso. So, okay, 1st and 3rd, Yonder Alonso against Locke. It's a 5-4 against a lefty. Ground ball to short. This might be the 2. Jordy Mercer, 3E10 and a 15. Anytime they've got a short, they've got an X chance, they've gotten high rolls. It's been uncanny. That's going to be a G1, and they're going to get out of this 6-4-3. I guess what I'll do is I'll invite the guy who is commenting this to come in here live, because it's a little different. I would imagine if you're watching after the fact, it makes it a little different when you're going through a whole game. CNN, what's this? CNN. Yeah, Wolf Blitzer. He's from Buffalo, New York, which that used to make me happy. Now I'm not so sure. But I think those guys, some of them are not nearly as, I mean, I don't know. You'll have some people on Fox who act conservative because they get paid to act conservative. And then you have some guys on CNN that are not liberal, but they act that way because that's what they're told to do. So, I mean, I would say the majority of journalists are going to be on the liberal side of things. So, you know, I'd say even the guys on Fox probably, if they were over at CBS or CNN or whatever, they might change their mind. So Zipchinski against Mercer, top of the 7th, and a 3-5, and he draws a walk. Wait, Cervelli. Why did I switch it? 3-5. That's a ground ball to pitcher. I'm glad I checked. 1 out. Mercer. 2-3. Ballpark home run chance. 1-5. And it is not gone. That'll be a fly out to Davis for the 2nd out. And the pitcher spot, they're gonna be getting. They got to look at Pittsburgh's usage and figure out what they can do here for a longer reliever. They're gonna go with Kyle Lobstein. I always forget. I think it's Lobstein. And then to pinch hit, they're going to have Jason Rogers. So Jason Rogers will pinch hit here in the 7th for Locke. So here we go. Just a bunch of walks and a hit by pitch for him. And it's a ground ball to short, which will end the inning. 1-2-3 for Zipchinski. He pitched, what? One and a third innings the previous game. So that's going to be it for Zipchinski. And that's going to be it for Locke, too. So no runs there. And it's going to be Lobstein. And he is a 6-12 guy. Locke goes 6 innings. And he is going to hit right there. Okay, so Lobstein comes in to face Burns, Crisp, and Valencia. Billy Burns. And that's going to be a strikeout to start the inning. 2 for 4 now for Burns. Coco Crisp. Pop out to short. That'll be Mercer who gets that one for the second out. And Danny Valencia. And he gets a 2-out single. So he is now 1 for 3. That'll bring up Chris Davis. Chris Davis, a guy with some power. Can he put some life here into Oakland Coliseum where things have kind of gotten quiet? 2-10, and he strikes out, and so no excitement out of that inning for the Athletics, although one could argue they could get excited for not giving up any runs in the top of the inning. So Oakland will let's see. They're going to have Liam Hendricks come in. I believe he is a injury 0 guy. Oh, he's a 3, a 6, 10. So top of the order here for the Pirates, 8th inning. It's 9-2 right now. Will they get to double digits? Josh Harrison, 3 for 4. Really solid game for him. So against the righty, let's see if he can. 1-6. That's going to be a fly ball to center, and that will be out number 1. Sean Rodriguez. 3-8. Strikes him out. 2 down. And Hendricks may get the 9th here if he goes really quickly. Starling Marte. 1-4. He puts a charge into this one. Deepest part of the park. And it is going to stay in. It's going to be a double for Marte. Brings up Andrew McCutcheon. 1-5. And this will score the run for sure. 1 is a triple, and the rest is singles. That's a single 2-star. 10-2. All with 2 outs here. McCutcheon not going to try to steal with 2 outs. And a big lead. 2-11. Ballpark single 1-9. And they mercifully line it out to the shortstop to end the inning. Another run. Top of the 8th. So we're going to the bottom of the 8th. And it'll be Lobstein here. They'll see it. You know what they'll do? They'll try to get him a save. If he can go 2 more innings, get a save. So Semien, he is homered, 1 for 3. 2-10. That's a ground ball to second. And Harrison throws to first for the out. Billy Butler. 1-9. That's a double. And it'll be Ladendorf. Who do they have on their bench? Max Muncy, Canna, Reddick, and Vogt. They really don't have much to play second. And let's see if they can get off of Lobstein's right-hand side. 2-8, ground ball to short. 6-3, can't advance the runner. 2 down. Fegley. All right, see you, Jerry. 2-8, and that's a fly ball to center, and that will be it. So we're going to go to the 9th, and Hendricks. I spelled Hendricks wrong, but it's okay. I know what I mean. Gong against Hendricks. Gong 1 for 4. Got a bunch of ones here recently. 1-5 is a single. It's a 7. That'll be a ground ball to first. He'll take it in the bag himself. 1 down. Francisco Cervelli. Against a right-hander, 5-10. Ground ball to short. Semyon throw over to first in time, and Mercer against a righty, 6-8, strikes him out. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 9th. Oakland needs 8 runs to tie, 9 to win, and they'll have Lobstein out there to maybe be able to do something against, but time is of the essence. They will lead off with Mark Canna. Against the Lobber. I think it's Lobstein. I've gone through this like 3 or 4 times because he pitched for Detroit in my previous one. 3-5 strikeout. Couldn't get that 1 roll here, so that's the first out. Billy Burns. Lobstein working on the save. 4-7 against a righty. Ground ball to short. 6-3 put out. 2 down. Last chance, Coco Crisp. And it's a 6-3 against a righty. Fly ball to left field. Marte 1-E5. This is almost a foregone conclusion, barring some kind of a wacky roll. And the 1 is even going to help them. They picked the perfect time to throw a 1 with Marte out there. Their best fielder. And a 6 on the E5. He makes the play. That will be the ball game. Pirates win 10-2. 10 runs in consecutive games for the Buccos. They beat the Athletics 10-5 in their previous game. And that's what we got here. That'll end it for Oakland and Pittsburgh. They will move on to their next series. I forget who each of them have next. The win will go to Locke. 6 innings, solid work. Gave up 2 runs. Both of them earned. The loss to Eric Surkamp in what will be his final start of the season, I believe, barring some kind of wacky bout of injuries. And the save goes to Lobstein. He gets 3 innings out of it. And you get one of those kind of quirky saves that come up every once in a while for the long relievers. Al, Red Sox fans, says this video was way too short for him. So, Trinity Baseball. I think yeah. I'm glad that you were watching. Before, if you're watching now and checking out the end of the video, I don't, no offense. I've played this as fast as I can go. I'm still going 55 minutes here, and I'll probably be an hour by the time I'm done having a little bit of a talk. So I'm sure that all he did was saw that the last game was like an hour and 40 minutes, and he clicked in there and just decided to, carpet bomb the video. Didn't bother watching. Probably has never bothered to watch one. And or if he has, then I appreciate it. But it sounds like they're just too long, which would, if that's a problem, then I appreciate everybody else, and I don't want to offend anybody else that is a loyal supporter of the channel here. So, and by offending, what I mean is, if I take one person's opinion who has a different opinion than everybody else, then... And I'll tell you what, my games, number one, just real quick, this is just my explanation. I didn't give an explanation in the comments. So, the account's name was Trinity something or other. It's fine. Trinity Baseball. It's cool. But here's the trouble. These games, for what I'm doing, if I don't give any perspective, I mean... You might just as well go watch any old game, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, Earl plays in relatively short order, and he does give plenty of good perspective. So I can't admit, I'm not going to just sit here and say you can't do that in a short amount of time, like lay the groundwork. I'll also say that Tabletop Earl tends to pick projects that are somewhat self-explanatory. So, I mean, you see Koufax replay, you know what it is. But still, I like trying to give some perspective. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to be, I probably go overboard trying to be strategic and double check things and be very careful. And sometimes when I'm careful, I still make the mistakes. So, but I mean, what I would do, anybody who thinks these are long, especially if you watch after the fact, I would just suggest if you subscribe to the channel. First of all, if you don't subscribe to the channel, then there's a good chance this person was just sort of like putting something out there, to, I don't know, stir up the pot. Excuse me, if they do subscribe and they see notifications of live games, I would suggest coming in for a live game. Yeah, it might be a little long, but interact with people in here. I mean, that's part of the reason, is like I'm trying to and so for someone who's watching after the fact, it probably isn't so great, because I'm sitting here, I make little comments as I go along, and they may think to themselves, wow, that's just sort of a random thing for him to say. Oh, hey, what? Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, I'll just do those kinds of things, and they have no way of telling what those little comments are about. So, I view this as a place for people to come and commune, to enjoy the company of others who like tabletop gaming, and a lot of, some people are going to be, some of the people play while they're watching these things, which is cool. I don't want to take umbrage too much. But what I did here is I tried to be quick, and I was making mistakes left and right. I mean, I was missing outs. I was taking too many outs. I don't know. It's not the way I play. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. I wish there's something I could do to help. I guess you'll just have to watch Tabletop Earl, and frankly, my wife will watch Real Housewives of whatever. Guess what? I don't like it. I don't watch it. It's not. Does that make me a bad person? Does that make Real House? Well, maybe it does. I don't want to say. You can leave that to yourself for your own discretion as far as what you think of the Real Housewives. I'm just going to say it doesn't necessarily make that a bad show just because I don't like it. It doesn't make mine bad that you don't like it. It doesn't make you a bad person because you don't like mine. Just go watch Tabletop Earl and that'll be awesome. I mean, I'm glad that we have a couple different styles. You found one that you like. Maybe we'll end up adding someone else on the channel here at some point that also plays quick stuff. And then that might be two things. You know, I just can't do it. I'm trying to improve. I'll probably improve some just because I'm going to make a little bit of a conscious effort to do it. One thing I know I do is I shake the dice way too much. Just shake forever. Probably don't need to do that. Might actually hurt the randomness to overshake it. I mean, it won't hurt the randomness, but it might actually turn the dice back around once. But in any event, I've already spent way too much time talking about it. I don't want to pick any fights. I don't want to berate anybody for doing this or that. It's valid feedback, and I'm going to do my best. I can't promise anything. Hopefully I can get them in a little less time to where someone who... I wish there was an easy way to edit these things. And then I could cut some of the stuff out very easily. But it's just impossible to do that. This isn't my job. This is a hobby. Maybe someday we will have 2 million subscribers, and then we will make enough money off of this to be able to, you know, light our cigars with $10 bills and edit our videos. Otherwise, I'm going to have to start recording them offline and doing the editing. And again, that just takes too much time. That's the reason I went to doing live streaming. That and interacting with people. But it just is so much easier. I mean, it just uploads automatically. It takes... It's not necessarily the best viewing experience for everybody who are watching after the fact. There's give and take in life, and I guess just that's the way it's going to go. If you don't watch my videos anymore, I'm going to wish that you could, but I understand. And you know, maybe there'll be a project. Maybe at some point I'll do some kind of a basic project where I will get the games done a lot quicker. And I would say there are other things that exactly. Glenn says that they have a reason, yeah, for the button, for the fast forward button. Yeah, I mean, I understand. I think that's why there are 10, 12 people on here when we do a live stream, because I don't think everybody who's chatting away necessarily pays attention to the video. I've wondered that. Doesn't bother me too much. I mean, we keep getting people watching, which is cool. So that's about what it's about. I'm pretty tired. I'd probably look at it. So I'm gonna sign off. So Pittsburgh and Oakland are done. That series. Let's see. Pittsburgh will go on to play the Blue Jays, and Oakland's going to move on to Baltimore. So Baltimore, one moment here while I check. Last thing I'm going to do. Baltimore and Los Angeles Angels will be the next game on the list here to do. So thanks a lot for watching. Like and subscribe. We would really appreciate that if you could like the videos if you like them. Just, you know, pile on the thumbs up if you could. You know, as much as I don't I mean, I'm not begging for anything here, but when you get a couple of the down thumbs, it's nice to have 5 to 10 up thumbs that, you know, kind of outweigh it and tell people to go, you know what. So, so anyway, yeah, check out Al later if he plays a game. Looks like he is. He does a little different. He's got some different computer software games that he plays on, but he does a great job of calling the games. So, who? Just a second. I want to see what this is about. So anyway, yeah, thanks for all your comments. Thanks for your likes. I guess I should just put that out there every time. Thanks a lot. Have a good night. Strat on, everybody, and just constantly appreciate everybody who supports the channel. And God bless you all.